Hello students, I'm back again with a new topic and that is self-management skills. Self-management helps in both professional also and personal also. It helps to give more control over yourself. It helps to control our mood, behavior and attitude. Lots and lots of things happens around us. Either that thing is a positive thing which gives us happiness or that thing is a negative one which can make oneself down either mentally or morally, and this change in scenario can control our actions, and we may speak or do a thing which was not required. We may regret for the action which we did in these sudden reactions because of the change in mood. So the self management skill will help us to control ourselves in all the negative situations. This chapter will help you to understand meaning and importance of self management. It will help you to apply stress management techniques. It will help to demonstrate you the ability to work independently. It will help you to describe types of self awareness, and it will also help you to describe the meaning of self motivation and self regulation. So let's see what are these. So the question which comes first is, what exactly is stress? See, stress is worry or pressure or tension which comes out because of problems in our lives. It is a normal part of life and adapting to it is a natural mechanism. According to a research done in 2018, 59% of the population of Greece was stressed. 58% of Philippines population was stressed and 55% population of Sri Lanka was stressed. See, stress comes in many different forms depending on where you live. In parts of the developing world, it can range from the threat of armed conflicts to an unstable food supply, while in more advanced economies, it can stem from negative thoughts about a difficult day in the office to difficulty in paying bills. Your all stress may come from your family or friends or school. It may be the pressure of the examination or a fight with your friend. Stress can be very positive part of our life. If we do not feel any stress, we probably would not do many things we have to do. The problem comes when that level of stress continues for a longer time. Means that if the stress level goes too high and continues for a longer duration of time without a break. Stress can be emotional, it can be nutritional, it can be chemical, or it can be psychological. Even it can be hormonal. Our body responds according to the stress we have. See what happens, there are different types of stress, and for all these different types of stress, different reasons are there. And according to the reason the stress came, our body responds very differently from one kind of stress to the other kind of stress. According to the researchers, four major factors are there which are sources of stress, and they are, the very first one is survival stress, the next is internal stress, third one is environmental stress, and the last one is fatigue and overwork related stress. So let's see what's the first one, and it is survival stress. See, it comes when there is a situation where we feel threat to our life. It becomes a do or die situation. We find ourselves in danger. So this stress is common in both animals and humans. This stress is very harmful and can put one's life in immediate danger, either of harming oneself physically or emotionally. The response to the stress on one's body releases chemicals into the blood. See, these chemicals give people more energy and strength. What happens is, out of this stress caused by fear or danger, our body releases adrenaline and cortisol in the blood, which gives a boost in energy. It pumps up the body, and brain has to select one using this energy either to fight and survive or to run away with full energy. The next factor is internal stress. This stress comes out due to one's inner feeling, the worries one has, the frustrations one has, all these come out from one's inner self. This is a common type of stress in human being. It keeps on building and building and building, and it grows. And as time passes, it gets stronger also, and it becomes a blockage, means a gap between you and life. Because of this, your brain constantly thinks of only one thing, which is responsible for this stress. And gradually, the overall performance of the person decreases. The person will not be able to concentrate on other important factors of life, and it is really very hard to control by oneself. The next one is environmental stress. This kind of stress is generated because of our surrounding or the environment in which we live in or we work in, like the crowd around us, the loud sound or noise created around us because of hot and humid weather or because of chilled weather, all types of climatic changes, the naughty classmates, demanding parents, not so good friends, and many more factors are there which are around us. And out of all these situations or scenarios around us, some can be controlled and some cannot be controlled, but these all are the reasons which increases the stress, and this is called as environmental stress. The last one is fatigue and overwork related stress. As the name itself says, it is generated due to the overwork and the tiredness it brings. You all study hard, most of you give more time than regular, and it brings tiredness. Some more are there who works harder than others, who give more time than other, and as a result they give more stress to themselves. See, this happens when a person works more than he is capable of, going beyond his mental and physical strength. This stress brings up and nurtured by oneself. It can be because of the target you have set, and to achieve it, you have to work harder than regular, which will really test your mental and physical strength. And gradually, stress evolves. See, with all these, we can see that stress has become a common thing in almost all of our lives. The only difference is the factors which evolves the stress. It is different in different person. Some can be controlled and some cannot be controlled. See, stress is really very powerful. It can drive a person away from the normal routines and away from his normal life. It is very harmful. It is not like that ki it cannot be controlled, but if it is not controlled on time, it will be very very harmful for the body and mind also. So stress can be controlled, but for this the person has to know the factors responsible for stress and the symptoms which is caused by the stress. There are some particular and easy methods to find out the ways to overcome stress. Let's see what are those. The very first thing is find out the response, or better to say alarm response, that pumps up the adrenaline. It increases the heart rate. It creates tension in our muscles. See, this alarm response is not good, as a person may do a thing which may harm himself. So the best thing is calm down and try to control yourself and reply politely if you are there in a conversation. The next is identify the physical and mental signs of stress. See, it is really very important to define the sign. It may be the stress created by the goals the person has set for himself, or the competition the person has in his or her class, or in the job scenario. So you have to identify the signs and then deal with it. The third one is find out the real cause of the stress in our life. The person has to search for a cause, the one which has stimulated the stress in his life. The last one is to find out the personal signs of stress, like sweating, shivering. You might have seen some people chew their nails in some situations. This may also be the sign of stress. So the person has to find the sign which shows his or her stress, which triggers the stress. So after you get the reason, the real reason behind the stress, some techniques can be applied to get rid of the stress. Let's see what are the possible techniques. The very first one is yoga, and in it breathing exercises. These breathing exercises, these are also known as belly breathing. It brings a very good supply of oxygen to the brain and it relaxes the brain. It releases the tension. It is a very good method and a simple one to get rid of stress. This breathing exercises the mind also and the muscles and helps to control the stress. The second is meditation. Meditation brings peace to the mind and body. It is possibly the best method to control stress. Most of the people who have managed to overcome the stress and have succeeded have added meditation in their daily routines. It really calms down one's mind and eliminates stress. The third one can be exercise. The contraction in muscles can also bring stress, as it brings pain to the body and headache. It triggers high blood pressure also. Exercise can help to control this. We can relax our muscles by doing some special exercises. The best exercise can be lying down on the ground with a firm support to the head, eyes closed, and deep breathing. It helps in relaxing our mind and body, releasing pain from the body and bringing the level of stress down. So, these are some of the measures which can be used to reduce stress and bring our life back on track. Normally, see, stress nowadays is the most common thing in everybody's life. The reason are different for different persons, but it is not impossible to get rid of stress. One very simple method can be going out with friends and family, spending time with them, and enjoying the life to its full. See, getting rid of tension means coming back again to oneself. It is just like rebooting the life to get to the normal speed. Going out with friends or family on vacations reboots us. It relaxes our brain. So, whenever a person gets time, he or she should give the time purely to himself or herself and should move out to enjoy the holidays. So, when they come back from the holiday, they have more energy and more comfort and peace of mind, and the person can go back to his life and routine without stress. So it is always advised that whenever a person feels stressed, the person should take out time and move out on a holiday with friends and family. It really will help to gather one's life back again on normal routines and on good track without any stress. See, after going on for a holiday with friends and family, the next best thing a person can do is connect to nature, as nature gives peace of mind. The beauty of nature certainly helps a person to reduce the stress he or she has. The green trees, the birds, the sweet sound of the birds, all these will help to reduce the stress. A person should take out time from his work and at least go for a walk in a park where trees are there, birds are there, natural conditions are there, at least for 10 minutes. This walk in the nature will help to deviate our brain, one's brain, from the stress the person has, and it will give a extra boost to the work when the person again set for the work. Walking too is a exercise and helps in relaxation. So it is recommended to take rest from work if possible and go on a walk. It surely will help to reduce the stress. We should, when we do a work for a longer duration of time, we should try to give ourselves some 10 minutes to move around in the nature, and that will certainly help to reduce the stress we have. So these all are the reasons for the stress and the possible solutions for the stress. So bye for now, we'll meet again in next video.